Welcome home. Before I started this live session, a song came to my heart. It's been a while since I heard it. The song is Alpha, Omega. You are worthy of my praises today. You are worthy of my praises today. Good to see us all. You are worthy of my praises today. You are worthy of my praises today. Oh, it's been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. You know, you have to make your day beautiful. You are worthy of my praises today. 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 Yes. Welcome on board. We're going to start pretty soon. Welcome on board. Could you please let me know where you are watching this from? Where are you experiencing this conversation from? I am in Dallas, Texas. Could you please let me know? Welcome on board. Welcome home. My name is the Emotions Doctor. And it's going to be a beautiful conversation today. It is about 2 p.m. my time. Please, where are you listening and watching from? My tribe is in the house. I see Dr. Shogo. I see Olamwumi Akindipo. Thank you, Willex, for buying the badge. I see Dr. A. Dr. A knows himself. Okay, my Kenyans are in the house. Ghanaians are in the house. Austin, Texas in the house. Bukola from Lagos, Nigeria. That country, that country did me strong thing before I left. Indiana, good to see all of us. So there are 3 or 4 countries in the house: Kenya, Ghana, US, and then Nigeria. This Isle of Man, it's like I've seen it before. Yeah, I think I was told it's a country. Please, is Isle of Man a country? Please remind me once again. United Kingdom is in the house. That's the 5th person. Yeah, so self-professed ambassador in Ghana. Well done. You are worthy of my praises today. I have an interesting conversation to share with us about how I raised my prices without losing clients. Let me type that down so that when anybody wants to join, let me just pin that. Maryland, USA, good to see you. Good to see us all. Mr. Nia Desonya, thank you, boss. Thank you for showing up. Olanwumi Akindipo, Wumi is in Lagos, Nigeria, is one of my right-hand men. He's doing exceedingly well. He's a fraud analyst during the day. At night, he's a consultant. Good to see all of us. Cyprus. So I think we have 8 countries now. I remember Kenya, I remember Ghana, I remember USA, United Kingdom. I've seen Cyprus, I've seen Nigeria. So that's, I think, 6 already. Island of Man. Please, who wants to teach me? Is Island of Man a country? I think they've told me before, I forgot. Forgive me my trespasses. Is Island of Man a country, or it is in a country? Please let me know. Let me learn something new this afternoon, and I promise to remember. Island of Man, is Island of Man a country? There's an awesome person there that is watching and streaming and experiencing this conversation. Please teach me, Island of Man, a country or part of a country? I just want to learn something. So good to see us all. As usual, I will be sharing my experience and experiences and conversations. Okay, it is not a country. Thank you. Where is it hiding? Where is Isle of Man? Oh, it's Isle. Oh, how was I saying island? Isle of Man. Yeah. So beautiful afternoon to us all. I'll be talking about what I termed how I raised my prices without losing clients. But before then, I wanted to run you through how my week has been. So my week started, was it really well? On Saturday, I had a good day. Sunday was good. I had a conversation on Sunday. I had a conference. Thank you for buying the badge, Florence. I had a conference on Sunday morning. It was totally out of my time because I needed to do sound check around 3 a.m., 4 a.m. my time, before speaking and all of that. Okay, so it is in Great Britain. Oh, thank you. So now I promise to remember. This is adult education, but I'm going to learn. Yes, Isle of Man is in Great Britain. Good. Thank you. So I had the sound check, then the conference, and it went really well for all the people that showed up at live series. And then I hung out with some friends. And then on Monday, I do not know, I have an idea of what happened, but I'm not sharing that, here. But by the time I woke up on Monday, I noticed that I wasn't my normal self. I wasn't sad, neither was I happy. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, where you're in between. You are not excited, but you are not sad. So I was in between. And I think that quite a handful of things happened to me during the week. And I just wasn't feeling myself. And usually, when I'm not feeling myself, there's some things that I do. First of all, I talk with people I like, so my friends, I gist with them, have conversations with them. Then the second thing is there are some meals that I enjoy eating, very simple meals, but they give me joy. Peppered snail, plantain. Then I take a can of Coke, that tiny one, the pet one. Yeah, so I know that some of you will go, medical on me and all of that. I totally agree with you. I'm not arguing. Yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not trying to convince you. Whatever you say that you haven't said or you plan to say, you are right. Do you understand? But I must admit that Coke gives me joy. It's not a matter of is it good or bad. No, it's just a matter of it gives me joy. That's all. And it's just a small can. And then once I take peppered snail, golden brown plantain, it's not all types of plantain. There's a way that I fry my golden brown plantain and then my canned Coke, the pet bottle, I am good. But beyond that, some things happened to me that made me get back to myself. I remember waking up this morning and that energy of just being there. So every morning I go to the gym, I'm a gym rat. I slaughter between 400 and 500 calories. So I bike and then I lift weights and then I do some cardio here and there and then I'm good. So once I hit my target, I leave the gym. It takes me an hour. So before I left for the gym today, when I woke up, I laid on my bed and I was trying to recount everything that I had achieved this year. And it occurred to me that everything that I set out to achieve, I did. And I just felt, how on earth am I not filled with gratitude? How on earth am I not bursting with joy? And when I say that everything I wanted to achieve, from the tiniest to the biggest, and I was in awe of how I achieved all of those things. And it felt to me like everything I was doing was normal. Like from writing books to publishing a documentary to getting deals to getting fellowships, like the good things that I wanted to happen happened. There was rejections, there were sad or bad things in between, but it occurred to me that the most important thing that we're expected to achieve this year is not just to save money, it's to save ourselves. So if you haven't saved a dime this year or whatever it is, the key factor for you this year is self-preservation. The fact that you can watch me now, you can listen to me now, and you can experience this conversation, that is the most important thing. It is not about how much you saved. Your assignment this year is to preserve yourself. I need to be real with you. The world is or has become very interesting. Who we were before the pandemic is not who we are today. And what we were doing before has changed. And the world is changing faster than humans. Artificial intelligence replacing people, replacing jobs. If you call yourself a digital creator, There are people who will do it remotely and maybe half of the amount of money that you charge your company. It's been pretty tough and all of us are still kicking it. So I'm just here to let you know that you are good enough. I'm here to remind you that you are a success. I'm here to also let you know that you still have so many years. Life is not a competition. You are not on any track or a relay race, and you are not comparing yourselves with your classmates. I saw a video today where somebody was being buried and the person posted a video, and when the person posted that video, it was a video of them carrying that person's coffin to the burial site, like the final resting place. And while the video was being recorded, I saw two people in the recording that I knew, that I saw their graves or maybe tombstones. Their pictures were there and they were side by side. And I saw both of them, their graves or tombstones or anything that you call it. And I was saying to myself that sometimes we say that our mates are mates are mates, but we never remember that we are doing exceptionally well. And the end result of all of this is that all of us are going to embrace eternal rest at one time or the other. So no matter where you are, whether you have $1, $10, $1,000, $1,000,000, $10 million, whatever it is, your assignment this year is self-preservation. And I am here to let you know that I am rooting for you. I'm here to remind you that you are good enough. Stop spanking yourself. Stop being hard on yourself. Stop calling yourself names. I know that you have so many things on your vision board. Guess what? 2023 is another time for you to kill it, for you to get it. So let's stop the whining and the frustration. If you feel like sleeping, go ahead and sleep. When you wake up, you continue chasing money or continue to chase money. Whatever you want to do, just take it easy on yourself, because only the living can achieve their vision board. Only the living can chase their goals. Do you understand? So take it easy. You're doing well and I'm rooting for you. So let's go to our conversation, how I raised my prices without losing clients. Are you ready? Please let me know. Talk to me. Are you ready? How I raised my prices without losing clients. Are you ready? Let's talk. Are you ready for some money making strategies? What have been working for me? Talk to me. Where are all the country people? There are 6 or 7 countries here. Where are the awesome people? How I raised my prices without losing clients. Yeah. Mr. A says that he's there. I need 2 more people before I drop this rev. Let's talk. Mr. Desoya, you are beginning to cheat me. No, I do not like this. So let's talk. And I'm going to share from, my experience. I have been in the listening industry for 19 years. And when I say 19 years, I started out as a pastor 19 years ago. And at the time I started as a pastor, I was not charging money, because people were entitled to free counseling. That's what I will call it. And Nigerians invented entitlement and a lack of boundaries. Yes, I will say it. Come and beat me in my house. Nigerians invented entitlement and a lack of boundaries. They've been fighting on Twitter over eggs for like 2 days. And you will be shocked at what some people are saying. You will even be shocked even if they were not raised, did they raise themselves? Like, how can you take what is not yours and somewhere along the line you're not feeling like a thief? I don't even understand. But let's not lose focus. So, when I started out, I wasn't charging anyone. I was just doing it and it was good. But then you and I know that free things don't pay bills and nobody resumes at your office for free. If you stop paying them, they will create one hashtag for you, horrible bosses, and they will start the vendetta. So when my bills started romancing me, it occurred to me that wisdom is not free. If wisdom was free, just go and Google it. Do you understand? Or go and watch YouTube videos. If you can buy data, buy a phone, pay school fees, buy perfume, deodorant, t-shirt, jeans, you can pay for sense, because wisdom is not free. So I started charging, I think maybe 10,000 or 15,000, and the son of men will groan before they pay. But it's okay. At that time, two things were happening at that time. It was sowing a seed to be known, first of all. You first of all sow a seed to be known. So you will do free things. You will do free things for exposure, to be like a pestilence. You just do free things, and it's totally understandable, because while you're doing the free things, you are learning on the job. You are learning, you are checking out your losses and your profit, what you said well, how you said it, how you did not say it, the feedback you received, and then as you were doing the free things, you were receiving feedback. Let me teach you how to do free gigs. It is not every platform you should be exposed to, lest you are exposed to Lucifer's children. Do you understand? If you are looking for exposure, first of all, ensure that your target audience is in the crowd. That's number one. Number two is pick your platform. The fact that I want to serve you a meal for free does not mean you should eat it. There are some meals that may poison you, or the fact that a gentleman is asking you out does not mean you should date him. Do you understand? Good. So when people even want to give you exposure, be sure that they are the people you want to be exposed to. You can't invite me now, come and want to give me exposure where or on platforms that don't align with my values. So even though I was taking those things free of charge, I ensured that they aligned with my values and they aligned with my principles. Then I graduated to 10 and 15,000. After a while, 10 and 15,000 couldn't pay my bills anymore, because your overhead, your running cost, and then your profit, you still have taxes at every level. So it occurred to me that, okay, I needed to step up my game. Then I moved it to 30 to 40,000. From 40,000, it was not paying my bills. I moved it to 100,000, then 250,000, so those denominations are in Naira. So when I started, the denominations, were in Naira. Now I do not charge Naira because I do not live in the country that spend Naira. I live in the US. What we spend here is dollars. So I do not charge Naira anymore. So by the time I was exiting Nigeria, I had increased my prices to $1,000 and above. And then it depends on what exactly you want to engage me for. But now that I'm in the US, the least service one-on-one, meaning you want to jump on my schedule to have a one-on-one conversation with me, the least is from $3,000. And I do not charge per hour. I charge per brief. That's what I call it. So whether you need me to speak for an hour or 30 minutes, I have my speaking fee, whether virtual or in person. And that simply means that it will take me a minimum of 6 hours to prepare. So if I give you $5,000 for a speaking engagement, it's not that, just 45 minutes. No, it's not 45 minutes. Number one, it will take me at least 6 hours to prepare. There's something called preparation time in the US. We charge for it. Number two is, if you cancel the event and I've sent my slides to you, you will pay for the preparation time because you have my content in your custody. Number three is, most times when people are training, people record them, and then we do not know how far the recording is traveling. And there are some conversations and some stories we're going to share in that recording that we may not want other people to hear. Or better still, we don't even know what you're going to do with the recording. So as an intellectual property owner, it is my responsibility to protect my wisdom and everything that I have developed to become who I am today. So I will charge for the entire experience and the entire encounter. But how did I raise my price? from what you will call less than, let's say, $30 to $3,000 and above. So now I am between $3,000 and $60,000 or $70,000, depending on the encounter you want me to help you create. And every engagement is a money back guarantee engagement. So both of us agree on the terms of engagement, what your ROI is, and how you want me to help. And you need to be committed to the process. I do not work magic. I don't do miracles. I usually hear miracle, not the tire God. I am not God in any form. So you would have to throw your weight on board while I guide you as a professional. But how did I get to that point? Initially, I was serving the mass market, but I had too many people on my schedule and I was always tired, and I did not like that because I was always knocked out. And being knocked out wasn't how I wanted to operate my life all through. I was always knocked out. I was booked and busy, but I didn't want to talk to, I didn't want to be stressed, and I didn't also want to give less than my full self. So all of us know when we are optimal, which is about 100%. And sometimes I think we usually know when we're less than optimal and we're just trying to squeeze it in just because we want to pay bills. I never do anything just because. I never date just because. I never get into relationships or friendships just because. I never do, like, I am too focused, principled, and too interested in life. Like, I'm too intentional to be doing things just because. So after a while, I knew that I needed to streamline the numbers, that I was crunching and munching. And I felt, yes, I can boast by saying, oh, I talk to hundreds of people every month, but am I giving them the value that they deserve? And at the time I was, but I couldn't predict that it was going to be sustainable. So I said to my team, I need to reduce these numbers by 1/3. And in reducing the numbers by 1/3, the next thing we needed to do was to increase our value. I am very big on value. You can't work with me if you do not have value. So I don't celebrate efforts, I celebrate results. So all of this treadmill kind of spirit where you are just winging it, yeah. But if it's not bringing money, you can't wing it, because your salary is not from winging. Your salary is from credit alert. Do you understand? So you can't say, I'm trying my best. If your best is not contributing to the bottom line, you are terrorizing us. Because after a while, where are we going to see your money from? So I am a very real person. If all of us are trying our best, we're going to be owing mortgages, owing our auto loans, everything. So whatever best that you're doing must become currency or paper. It must become what we can spend. Oh, somebody said, I bought your book yesterday. Can't wait to start reading tomorrow. Sounds good. Well done. Welcome home. My book is Soul Stripper. If you check my profile, you will see it there. So I said to them, let's move it to 1/3. Thank you. Let's move it to 1/3 of people, reduce my schedule to 1/3, my bookings to 1/3. And then how are we going to increase value? So the first thing we did was, instead of a 60-minute session that normal people, register for or sign up for, 60-minute standard session, we increased our sessions to 90 minutes. Sessions with me, not with other practitioners. Other practitioners are other people who work with me as partners. They are not my staff, they are my partners. So I said, move my sessions from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And then increase my fee from, let's say, from $300, move it to $1,000. That's an example. $300, move it to $1,000. Now that it's at $1,000, what value are you going to give them? What offer are you going to create for them? After the 90-minute session, what will happen after that? How will you monitor their progress? What else or what other value would you add to them? So another value that I added to them was the moment you book a one-on-one session with me, you automatically join my tribe. My tribe is a group of executives that I work with every year. They are from 50 and above. So when I say 50, I mean 50 executives, not 50 years old. 50 executives and above. And then all of us are in a group where we meet once a month, what we call our virtual family meeting, once a month, where we're discussing where the money is in the world and what we should do differently, how to follow the money. So, for example, our first tribe meeting in 2023 is tomorrow with one of my mentors, Mr. Leke Order. He's going to be teaching us, how to position ourselves for 2023, teach us about branding, his stories. If you are Nigerian or African, you may know Mr. Leke Order. So once they get on board as a member of my executive team, they automatically join my tribe for a year. So even after the one-on-one sessions, when they join my tribe, they can still ask me questions during the family meeting once a month. So that automatically gives them a year access to me, ask me questions during the family meeting, and so many other value and offers. And initially, you will think that, once you raise your prices, you are going to lose clients. No, what will automatically happen is that you would attract the kind of people that need your attention, and the people who you have already helped may move on, and it's totally fine. So for me, the kind of people that I attend to are usually professionals above the age of 40 who have nothing less than 18 years professional experience. Money is not their problem. What they desire and need me for is to help them increase their meaning, deepen their peace and joy. These are people who probably are separated or divorced, people who desire to get married, people who have anger issues, or people who generally just need a coach, a therapist, or a consultant in their corner, that anytime they want to rant or vent or need a professional friend, I will be there for them. Those are the kind of conversations and experiences that we create together, and we do so many things. They know that in and out of season, I have their back. So it is not just about therapy or coaching. It is about inheriting a family member that is confidential, that does not and will not judge you, that respects you and will show up for you. Some of my clients, when we actually even meet outside, we don't even talk or greet. Not because we're snubbing each other, but nobody has to know that we are in talks. If they don't mention my name, nobody hears who they are. I remember one time when I was working with a husband and wife, both of them didn't know that I was the one working with both of them. And I knew. The day they finally knew, both of them said, "What?" And at no point did you mention. And I was just staring at them. I didn't still confirm whether they were working with me or not. One person called me first and said, "Oh, my husband said," I just moved and turned the conversation around. The other person also called, and my wife said, I just zoned out. By the time both of them caught me in between, they now say, my husband said, both of them were now staring at me, and I just smiled and I just left both of them alone. So the people who work with me are people who share secrets that they don't want anybody to hear, are people who know that I got their back, and they know that I'm not going to call them out at any point in time, or somebody's going to hear their gist or their story. Truthfully, I can't even remember what they tell me after the conversation. I'm very playful. As serious as I am, I can be a nuisance. I'm very, very playful. I look for trouble, throw tantrums. Like, I'm just a handful. So, it's when I'm in the spirit of intellectualism that I really, talk to them. Once the conversation is ended, I just do Control-Alt-Delete and I'm back with my pepper, snail, and plantain. And that's just what makes the world go round. But before raising my prices, I first of all deepened the value. I increased the offer. You should get to a point where when you make an offer to your clients, they will feel silly rejecting it. And when I say feel silly, it's not that I'm insulting them. I just need you to have that picture at the back of your mind, where you will feel silly rejecting something so awesome. Yes. So when my clients understand that they are paying for just one thing, but the value they are getting is a professional friend, a soul consultant, a therapist, a coach, a pastor, an advisor, someone they can cry on, someone they can call in and out of the season, someone that will show up for them. Like they're paying for one, they're getting nothing less than 10 things. Who is going to say no to that kind of thing? Because at a certain level in your life, when you are an achiever, you will not have real friends. Not because you don't desire, but a good number of people around you are around you for what they would get. They are using you for social climbing. They are using you as some level of strategy and business. People send me DMs, so I just want to be your friend. I have a lot to share. I have a lot to talk about. I'm really burdened and I'm wondering. My responsibility as a friend is not to be offering you free therapy. If you need therapy, you will pay for it. That's another bouquet entirely. Like, how are you using friendship to kill all the stones? It's the same way I don't offer therapy to men that I'm dating. No. The position of a girlfriend is the position of a therapist. A girlfriend is not a rehabilitation center. If you need therapy, you will pay at least $5,000-$10,000 and show up in my office. You can't be receiving both. Yeah, it's not clean. Like, what's going on? Even doctors are not allowed to treat their family members. You know the reason why? Because of emotions. So if you need therapy, you are going to pay. Once you pay $10,000, in the year King Uzziah died, Isaiah saw the Lord, my eyes will be clear. I will no longer see you as a lover. I will see you as a client. Very simple. So if you are at the point where you want to raise your prices, the first thing you need to do is to sit down with your team, ask yourself a question: why do we desire to raise our price? Whatever you come up with, cool. The second thing is, now that we're raising our prices, what is that awesome offer that we must create that when our clients hear the offer, they will feel silly rejecting the offer? What is that mind-blowing offer that we must create that when they hear it, they will feel silly not jumping on it? That's the second thing. The third thing is, after creating that offer, what other value are you going to add to it? Clients always want to feel like they are cheating you. Clients always want to feel like they have a deal. So you are not going to be having conversations with them by saying, come and buy, come and buy. You are not using the word cost. You are not using the word buy. You are not using the word sales. No. The conversation you are having is tied to investment, and you are showing them the goal and the outcome. So if you are into weight loss, you are not saying, come and lose weight. No. You are saying, come get your summer body. Come get that body that will make heads turn. Come get that body that your husband will not be able to do without. Like, you are crafting their outcome and their goals. That is the reason why people that we call local know how to sell sex in a way that people rush for it. There was one time Kanyamata, whatever they called that thing, was raining. But the whole idea and the reason why it was raining was because they were selling it to depict that once you have or buy Kanyamata, nobody can snatch your man. And women genuinely do not want anybody to snatch their partners. Thank you, Toby, for the badge. You don't want anybody to snatch their partners. So whatever you're selling, if it is tied to marriage or something, as long as you're selling it to show that they are going to receive proprietary affection, there's a tendency they will be, they will fall into it. Now, don't go and tell lies. Do you understand? Because they will sue you. You just be in jail. Don't tell lies. Just say the truth, the outcome, and whatever it is. So, for example, before my executive clients pay me, I set up a 15-minute video conversation with them 5 minutes before they're about to pay. The essence of the video conversation is I want us to have a one-on-one conversation where I need you to tell me directly what your brief is. I know you must have told my executive assistant and all of that. I need to feel your pulse. I need to be sure that we vibe. I need to be sure that there's chemistry, professional chemistry between us. It's called business chemistry, and there's a book on it. I need to be sure that there's professional chemistry between us. I need to know that both of us have rapport, because in the presence of rapport, anything can happen. So as long as the chemistry is intact, you are committed, you want to make sacrifices, you want to grow, I'm on board with you. So we do all of that. So what is that offer? What is the crazy offer that you are going to create? How are you going to create it? What is that thing that only you can offer your client at the level that you offer it? So my clients know that working with me is like, I want to get the right word. I want to describe something like a cult, but not what you're thinking. So when I say a cult, it's not anything untidy or something, but it is that kind of cult love where they know. And the irony of it, let me give you some interesting things. So, and these things happened this week. I haven't heard from two people in a while. One of them did a virtual course with us at Emotion City. And after the course, she put me on salary every month. She lives outside of Nigeria. So she flew in for the course. And then after the course, she went back to her country and said the course was so beautiful for her. And she put me on salary every month and will give me an amount of money. And then she's been giving me the money. During this week, I thought about her. And I was like, I haven't heard from this lady in a while. She still gives me money. But usually she sends me like messages randomly on WhatsApp. So I was like, I haven't heard from this lady in a while. So I just sent her a WhatsApp message. Hey, madam, how you doing? You just crossed my mind. I thought I should check up on you. And she said, Edie, you won't believe it. I just got home from the hospital today. Apparently, she's been on admission for about 6 weeks. And I was like, do you have strength to take a call? She said, oh, definitely. So I called her, we spoke for an hour, did some things together, asked her about business, what I could do to make her life easier, simpler. Ironically, she's not even a member of my executive tribe. I reached out because, she's been doing something. She still does. She was still giving money. Apparently, the money was automated. So it wasn't that I didn't see the money. It just occurred to me that, I haven't seen her ping. There's another one that I reached out to. She's also, she's in another country also. I just thought about her randomly, sent her a message, and I was like, are you good? She was like, yes, I'm good, but my husband is not. I was like, what's going on? She told me everything, and whatever. While she was taking care of her husband, I planned a surprise for her, for some people to deliver some things. Like, when you're taking care of your husband, somebody should be taking care of you. So I did all of that, and she was pretty surprised and shocked. And she was like, wow, But why am I saying all of this? That's the energy that I bring on board, where at every point in time, I'm like a mother hen. Now, I don't micromanage. I do not have that energy. But when I say I'm like a mother hen, the people that I work with are above 40, really. So they're professionals, they're executives, they are achievers, high flyers. But my responsibility is to keep pushing, pinching them, reminding them of how awesome they are, reminding them that they are good enough, reminding them that everything that they've achieved, they deserved it. Just letting them know that I got their back. So what is that one thing that you bring on board? Use and dump ain't gonna work. If people cannot genuinely say that you love them, you appreciate them, and they trust you, you will most likely struggle with your numbers. The final thing I am also going to say about raising your prices without losing your clients, the final thing, is, how will I craft this? It is okay to understand and run your numbers. What I mean by that is, if I say to myself that every year I want to make $2 million, it is my responsibility to say how many organizations can I get deals from and what value would I offer them in return. Number 2 is how many people can I engage and what value would I offer them in return? Number 3 is how can I create structures and systems that would give me these numbers? The essence of that is you need to, first of all, focus on value. Now, when you focus on value, money will come for you. Trust me, I have been there before, where the only thing I want is to ensure that I over-deliver. You hire me for something, everyone who knows me knows that once you hire Onyekon for something, you can go to bed. She's dependable, she's reliable, she has integrity. What she says she will do it. And if she doesn't want to do it, she's bold enough to return to say, I ain't doing this anymore and I'm available for a refund. A refund is the list of my issues in life in any currency. You know, once I see that it stresses me out and it threatens my peace, I believe in dignity in labor. So if you're going to give me a job, I don't understand the insult or disrespect. I don't even understand wickedness. Anybody who knows me knows that I have a vendetta against wicked people. Just leave me out of your wickedness. Go and meet Lucifer, your dad, and be working for him. Leave me out of this family meeting. Like, I do not understand wickedness at all. So once I see that wickedness is upon you, I will just bid you farewell and romance you from afar. You know, but the most important thing that I focus on is value. And I have tasted favor. And what I mean is I have tasted strange recommendations. This week, I got a letter from one of the former US presidents inviting me to come and speak at a conference next year. They found me on LinkedIn. And it's not a scam. Yeah, so it's not that it's not a scam. Here I am just in my space creating value, and the letter was very detailed. They said, we have been trying to get someone to train on emotional intelligence in the US at a certain level, and people have recommended you, and we have done a study on you and all of those things, and we're happy to let you know that everybody that we encountered to ask about the value that you give at this level, all of them vouched for you. They said if there's one person who will empty herself to get a job done, it is that person. If there's one person who would rather die than be paid and not deliver value, it is that person. If there's one person who shows up and who lives what she teaches, it is that person. She didn't earn the title because she went to school. Her story shows the title. Her life shows the title. Everything she's achieved shows the title. And I was very humbled when I was having the conversation with them. I was very humbled. Now, that is from a former US president. In fact, they still call him Mr. President. You know, and it just further solidifies the fact that when you show up with value, after a while, compounding increase. After a while, that compounding value that you create, you can charge anything for it. At this time, I can charge anything I want to charge, and it is not expensive, it is exclusive. I'll say that again. At this point, I can charge any amount I want to charge. It is not expensive, it is exclusive. It is my time, it is my expertise, it is my wisdom. If you say, but other people, go and Google it. If it's very easy, find it on Google. If it's easy, go on YouTube and look for it, or TikTok. Just be dancing, show, money, show. No, it's not like that. Some of us spend hours on our crafts daily. Beyond spending hours on our crafts daily, some of us pray. Some of us pray. Like every soul that I train, I pray for them because I love them. I want it to be well with them. I want them to increase in personal and professional value. I am coming against their emotional generational curse. I am saying that spirit of anger, that spirit of malfunctioning, it is not normal to want to act like a nuisance. And when I say it's not normal to want to, I'm not saying it's spiritual. Don't go and carry it into the spirit realm and say you are possessed. I did not say so. No. But it is not normal to be wicked. Where did you learn wickedness from? That's where we need to uproot it. We need to unlearn injustice. We need to unlearn infidelity. That spirit of I can do anyhow and be forgiven. No, that is a demonic spirit where you are causing someone pain consistently and nothing is shifting in you. That is the mind of a terrorist, hardened criminal. If you switch and flip the position, will you laugh if they were doing the same thing to you? So what is making you pretend not to understand the pain you are causing? So I speak reality, I share my stories, I share my truth, and I'm vulnerable. If you listen to me at the live series by Pastor Mrs. Bokuma Oshika, you will know my story is very black and white. I have no secrets. There's nothing I'm doing in my house that if you record, I will be ashamed of. I have no secret. There's nobody that is, I'm not stressing any soul. Nothing that belongs to other people is in my house. I'm not hiding. I'm not saying, may I never be found out. If you install camera in my house for years, you will find nothing. You know, so I'm just in this world to enjoy my life. While enjoying my life, I'm fulfilling purpose. You know, some of you want to become something in life. I don't want to become anything, no. The only thing I want to become is to unbecome everything that I've learned that is not serving me well, so that I can become like my creator. Do you understand? All this bad behavior, all this hooliganism that sometimes I do, it's not okay. It's not okay. I know that you are perfect. Me. You know, sometimes I look for trouble, you know, especially if you're my friend. I just go, haven't you missed me? What's really going on? And then my friend will be laughing, like, when you go, what's happening here? Say Miss Neil now. Say, when you go, you have money now. Say, yes, but I want to spend your money. If one of my friends sends me a message this morning when I woke up, what do you want for Christmas? I say, this question sounds like a trap. Because if I go and tell you what I want for Christmas now, I hope you will not ask me in return. What, you know, I hope you will not think that I will not ask you that, what do you also want for Christmas? Because I don't even trust you this day. Because if I go and mistakenly ask you now that, what do you want for Christmas? You can go and say one Tesla now. You say, I said, no, I don't want anything. Not today, Satan. She just started laughing. She said, where did we meet? I said, we met 19 years ago, babes. 19 full years. So, I will put this on my Instagram page so that you can watch it again. It would also be on my YouTube page. The handle is at Emotions Doctor. At Emotions Doctor anywhere, everywhere. The handle is permanent. The grace is permanent. So, how was this for you? Talk to me. If you listen from beginning, I'll put it on my Instagram page so that you can still watch it. It's on my YouTube page also. I'll put it there. But how was this conversation for you? Would you want to share anything? Could you please just type it? Let's just learn. Don't go, guys, yet. Don't go yet. Let's see. Some other people may just drop gems on how they raise their prices without losing clients. How they raise their prices without losing clients. Focus on value first. And ensure that you understand when to stop doing free things. Free things do not pay your bills. You are going to be exposed and broke. Yeah. And when you're exposed and broke, you may be depressed. Your bills show up every 30 days. Thank you so much, Toby. Your bills show up every 30 days. People ask me why I don't do free things. I said, nothing is free in the US. Nothing. Even in your sleep, your bill is just showing up. Nobody shows up at my office for free. No one works with me for free. How do you then think that I should serve you for free? If you can't invest in yourself, why should I invest in you? Do you understand? It's very simple. If something is important to you, you will pay for it. If it's not important to you, you just leave it. And then every year, I know how much I want to make. And then I just ask myself, how many clients must I get? Corporate clients, individual clients. And what value must I offer them in return? What value can they not say no to? So my tribe members tomorrow will be experiencing Mr. Leke Older. He's my mentor. You can Google him. He's so powerful. And every month, we have a family meeting where I invite a professional to teach us where the money is, how to follow the money, and so many other things. We talk about sex, real estate, NFT, crypto, mental health, family life, every good thing, everything that bothers human beings. We talk about that every year. You know, it's a paid tribe. For the entire year, they pay just $500. And then we all meet virtually. So anywhere across the world, anybody can join. Anybody can join. So if you want to join, you can send me a DM and then I will give you the details on how to join my tribe. It is $500 for a year. So that is the entire 2023. We meet once a month virtually on Zoom. You can send me a DM to do all of that. So I'm after your welfare. Remember that you are good enough. Remember that if you can think it, you can achieve it. But let me remind you, it takes a lot of work to succeed. Forget about Instagram videos and TikTok and all those things that make you look like, oh, everybody's making $1 million daily. You are the only one not making $1 million. It ain't true. We work our asses out. It takes a lot of work. And you must show up daily, whether you feel like it or not, the same way you brush your teeth or brush your mouth or use your deodorant or whatever you call it. You must show up daily. When you are in tears, you show up. When you are happy, you show up. Consistency comes with confidence, because after a while someone will tell you to come speak for 20 minutes and they're just going to give you $100,000 just like that. But it is not the 20 minutes. What they are paying for is your expertise. What they are paying for is your consistency. I charge anything I want to charge because I know what it is for my name to be on your flyer. I know what it is and the value that I bring. And this is with all truth and humility and whatever. If nobody's going to hype me, I will hype myself. I am an oracle, I'm a consultant, and I am going to say it to myself. I know who I am. Nobody has to say, oh, you are good. No, I am that I am. I know who I am. That is the value that I bring on board. And everybody who works with me will say that to you. You don't remind me about engagements. I don't come late about engagement. There was a particular conference that I spoke at in Canada, and I think we were 17 speakers. I didn't know. And then they had told all of us to please come for a virtual, like a rehearsal. They paid for the rehearsal. So beyond paying for the training, they paid for the rehearsal. So I showed up at the rehearsal, and they're giving us a time. I was there 10 minutes before I logged in, and they said that someone actually said that you were going to be the first person to be here. And I was like, really? And of course, they invited me again this year to speak, and they said to me, you were rated the highest amongst all the speakers. And it was so funny because even the other colored people who we think that would have been racist or would have said, oh, because you're female or black, all of them rated you high, that they rated you 96% in rapport and in content. When they invited me back this year, now my team members had told them, they had spoken to my team members, but something unfortunate wanted to happen. So a day before that training, I wasn't in the mood to train. I was tired. So I requested to speak with one of them, and I said to him, I am tired. I can pull this through. I would like to do a refund. I am so sorry about this. I don't want to pretend I am not in the mood. I have tried to alter my state, but I just want to sleep. The guy said something to me. He said, Edie, I dare not. I cannot tell anybody on my team that you are not coming. In fact, you are the icing on our cake. I was like, I can't do this. I'm tired. He said, I trust that you will. So I said, give me 1 hour. I'll get back to you. So in 1 hour, I said, I'll try. I'll show up for you. And I did. By the time they were paying me, remember that my team members had given them a price and stuff. By the time they were paying me, they paid me 3 times of the amount. And I emailed and said, oh, we received this amount. What's going on? He said, I told my team members you wanted to cancel. That was after the event. They said, hell no. That thank God you brought her, and that we are so grateful that you pushed yourself. I earned 3 times the quoted fee. We had to send a new invoice and a receipt to them. So no matter where you're listening to me from, I just want you to know I was raised in Mushin. I lived in Mushin for 18 years. I left Mushin in 2018, 4 years ago. I live in Dallas, US now, But I can categorically tell you, you can walk your way out of poverty by creating value, by being intentional. All this anyhowness, hooliganism, where they will pay you, you won't give value, you'll be creating excuses, you are very defensive, they can't correct you, you'll be saying, I'm the man here, I'm the man here. You won't have money, you won't grow. You know, all this one, any small thing, when they correct you, you start sulking like a child. You know, start throwing tantrums. You know, you're expecting them to be begging you. You will not have money. What I'm sharing with you is what I tell my tribe members. What is any honest? You will throw your weight around. You will not have money. I will not say more than that. Because some of us, one of the reasons why we are broke is because of our attitude. You want to throw your weight around without any value. No matter who I've told you about a presidential invite that I have. No matter who invites me, they hear value. Whether all of you are black, yellow, curry, brown, whatever color that you are. My value transcends color. My value transcends nations. So it's not African value, Nigerian value. No. My value transcends religion. I have spoken about emotional intelligence at the mosque before. I have gone to Hindu temple. Do you understand? Buddhist and all. Anywhere humans are, we have value for them. That's the meaning of those that know their God. Those that know their craft shall be strong and they will do exploits. You can't give me the microphone and I'll now say, sorry, I don't deserve to be here. I deserve to be everywhere. There's the highest I will say out of respect is that it's a honor to be here. I deserve to be everywhere. Everywhere in front of the world richest and the world unrichest. Do you understand? I deserve to be everywhere. There's no platform that is big for me. No. Do you know who I am? Do you know whose I am? I was created specifically. No matter where you're carrying me to, whether with a private jet or a siren or whatever, I deserve everything that I am. That's the truth. So all this one that when people say imposter syndrome, I don't feel it all. They will be feeling, no, imposter syndrome has nothing on me, man. I will intimidate imposter syndrome. No. We are children of God. And we show up like gods. And we deliver like gods. So it's not that we're just shouting, I receive, and we don't have value. No, we have value. And we show it. When I train, I know how to make you cry. And I know how to make you stop crying. Do you understand? When I train, I know how to help you act like an archaeologist. My first degree was in history and diplomatic studies. They now call it international relations. So I am an emotional archaeologist. I can dig up your past so that we can use what I have dug up as a foundation for your present and be able to recreate your future. Do you understand? We are there spiritually. I am an ordained pastor. We are there psychologically. I have a PhD in behavioral psychology. So we are blending science and spirit. Do you understand? Anywhere you bring it from, we are at home. Show here. Any angle that you bring it from, we have capacity for it. Now, we now pray for our clients because we love them. And it must be well with them. I tell my team members, you can't die on my watch. You are not allowed to die. No. You are not allowed. I've had my tribe for 4 years and I say to them, you are not going to die while in my tribe. No. You are not permitted to die. No. If the devil is looking for you, we will let him know. Go and look for our evil. Stop it. Don't you know your mate? Oh, ye demon that wants to steal, kill, and destroy. It ain't gonna happen. Don't you know your mate? My friend, have respect. That's who we are. Enjoy your life, my friends. I'm going to put this on Instagram and it'll be on YouTube. I just love you and I want you to prosper, and I'm rooting for you to join my tribe for 2023. It's a paid tribe. We meet virtually. It's $500 to join the tribe. It is not free. $500 for the entire year. Yes. And we meet once a month on Zoom. We discuss everything about money. People connect there, networking. And of course, people are dating also. So we're going to have a tribe wedding very soon, where I'm just going to be the mother of the day. No, not mother. What would they even call that? Maybe chairman or something. Yeah. Mrs. Enenisha one day. That's one of my mommies in the Lord. She just sent me a message a while ago. Edie, what can I do for you? I'm still thinking about it. Maybe it's private jet. Maybe you just even buy me one Tesla. I'm just looking for one big thing to ask. I haven't found the big thing. I want to create one order like that. Maybe you should just give me like, $1 million is okay. We all use it to hold body. We all use it to hold our body. Alrighty, all of you, have a fantastic Friday night.